theory behind Sanger's DNA sequencing or chain termination method. Okay, Sanger's DNA sequencing is also known as the chain termination method, as this method is used for the determination of the DNA sequence. Okay, and this method is designed by the two-time Nobel laureate Frederick Sanger in 1977. Okay, because this particular technique is designed by the scientist by name Sanger. This particular technique is also known as the Sanger sequencing technique. Okay, Sanger's sequencing technique can be performed manually or it can be automated in a sequencer machine. So now nobody is going for the manual sequencing, everybody is going through the automated sequencer. Okay, the sequencing method is having the 3 steps. First one is DNA sequence termination using the PCR. In the first step, the PCR is performed, and in the PCR step, what happens here is, along with the normal DNTP, will use the specialized DNTP, that is ddNTP. See, you can see here. So in a normal DNTP, there is a hydroxyl group over here. ddNTP stands for dideoxynucleotide triphosphate. Normal DNTP is deoxynucleotide triphosphate. So here what happens is, in the ddNTP, this particular O group is removed. Okay, it will be removed. You know that what is the importance of this particular group. So we have discussed in the PCR technique. So whenever a new nucleotide is added, what happens here is, this particular OH is linked to the phosphate group of another nucleotide, and thereby the chain will extend. Okay, during the chain extension method, what happens is, so when the polymerase adds the DNTPs, how it adds? It makes a phosphodiester linkage between the 3' end of one hydroxyl group and the phosphate end of another hydroxyl group. Thereby it adds a new nucleotide. But in the Sanger's technique, what happens is, same principle applies over here, but the thing is, in addition to this normal DNTP, we'll use a specialized DNTP known as ddNTP. ddNTP stands for dideoxynucleotide triphosphate, because this particular, you can see here, this OH group is removed. So here O from the OH group is removed. That's why it is known as the dideoxy. So DE stands for removal of oxygen. So here there is no oxygen in this particular 3' phosphate group. Because of this lack of oxygen, what happens is, whenever a new nucleotide is added, it won't bind to the, if this particular DNTP is come across, it won't bind to the sequence, and at that particular sequence, if that particular vial is having this particular sequence complementary to this particular sequence, it will stop adding the DNA. It will stop adding the DNTP, and the extension of the chain terminates. So that's why it is known as the chain termination method. This is the first step in the Sanger's method of sequencing. Okay, and as it extends, okay, see, you can hear, and the ddNTPs are labeled. They are labeled with the fluorescent probe. So here you can see that there is a mixture of, when we are adding to the PCR, we'll adding the DNTPs as well as mixture of fluorescently labeled ddNTPs. So wherever ddNTP will be incorporated. So once the ddNTP incorporated, it can't incorporate a new DNTP. So that's why wherever it is incorporated, here, see here, the chain termination will stop here. So chain termination begins and the extension of the chain will stop. Okay, so this extension of chain will stop wherever it will come across the dideoxynucleotide. Okay, and these dideoxynucleotides are fluorescently labeled. So that's why you can see the signal, fluorescent signal of these particular molecules. Okay, in the second step, in the first step we will follow the PCR. In the second step, as in case of the regular PCR technique, what we will do, we will go for the electrophoresis technique. We will separate the the DNA fragments. Here also we will go for the electrophoresis technique, but here we will go for a special technique known as the capillary gel electrophoresis, which again involves the polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis. Here what happens is DNA fragments are separated based on the size. DNA fragments are separated based on the size. Okay. In the third step, the gel analysis and determination of the DNA sequence occurs. So whatever the sequence separated over here, they will be read by the photomultiplier, and the sequence is developed. The sequence developed based on the signals emitted. See here you can see the fluorescent signals. These signals will be decoded to a new sequence. The decoded to the sequence, and the sequence is determined. Thank you.